You can call her Mayhaim or Mayday. Talk shit, she at your head. I ain't talking bald face. She don't fuck with baby daddies, fucking up the feng shui. Taking care of 4 kids, Sunday.
And welcome back to another episode of Mayday Mayhaim podcast. I am your host, Mayday Mayhaim. I hope you all are doing well as we get ready to go into Thanksgiving and the holiday seasons. But I have a little grinds to grit today. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to get into it. There was 3 significant things that happened in Chicago within the past week, I should say. One was a woman was set afire by a man that has been jailed quite a few times. Second, there was a woman that was attacked by teens. And when I say teens, I mean like age 10 to 14 years old. Attacked a woman with sickle cell and her 2 children as they were walking home from school. And the last but not least, there was another teen takeover downtown on November 21st. Of course, that's the time we light our tree here in Chicago. There was a teen takeover where allegedly 8 people were injured, and from the stories that I'm hearing, 1 has lost their life. So we're going to get into that today. So stay with me. Now, first off, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Please like and subscribe so you can get more content like this, whether it's conspiracy, news, or just things that grind my gears. And this is one of them. You got me on a grinding my gear day. I have my drink at hand. I don't got no sponsorship, so I can't be showing you the type of drink I'm drinking. But until y'all get there, we'll get there. But until then, we here. But let's really get into the content for today. Now, a woman was literally set ablaze a couple of days ago in Chicago on the train, allegedly, by a man. They got into an argument, and he had some type of accelerant inside of something to spray with, and he set this woman on fire. Now, this is not the first time we heard this story. We've also heard this story in New York, where I spoke about it, and I was totally dismayed that no one tried to put this woman out, not even the officers that was right there. So again, we have a woman that has been set ablaze here in Chicago, which our mayor says is not our mayor, Chicago's mayor. Let's get that right. Says that this is the greatest freaking city in the world. But yet crime is at an all-time high. It is so high that I'm pretty sure you all have seen the iconic video that's going totally viral on social media, on all platforms, like even news media, Newsday covered. It's viral, where a 33-year-old woman was jumped. And those are the only words that we can actually use. It's mob action. From walking her children from school to home. Now, this woman also suffers from an illness called sickle cell, which takes a toll on the body. She allegedly, from reports I've heard, she was getting out the hospital to come and pick up her kids because her son, had been bullied because of her sickle cell. And I have to say this because I'm a black woman, and these are black people and black children that doing this, and we hear so much in our community, sister, sister, sister. And I always say, all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. And this is exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. Because had there been some type of camaraderie or real sisterhood, these children would have knew better than to even put their hands on an adult. Adults. I'm mature. I'm going to say that. And I can remember that if I got in trouble at school or did something down the street, my mom and grandmom knew before I walked through the door because it really was a community. And we looked out for each other and each other's kids. Nowadays, if you approach a parent about behavior of their child, that parent is ready to fight you. That parent is coming at you with aggression instead of compassion and trying to figure out what the problem is. See, I came from the era of if kids got in trouble or it was an issue with two children, the parents and them kids sat down and figured out what's the problem, what it do, what it is though, and came to a solution. Even in high school, I remember I was a part of the conflict resolution club. I know it's hard to believe, but I was a conflict resolutioner. Don't make me go back to those days because there was some fights that I probably incited and I don't know. However, but it's still conflict resolution. If conflict resolution would have occurred, this woman would not have been attacked by these children, ages 10 to 14. And I'm finna get to them damn kids, what need to happen to them. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to them. Give me a second here. Now, they called her derogatory names, talked about her appearance. And again, this woman has sickle cell. She's sick, she's tired. She's in and out the hospital, you know, trying to get treatments and these of these natures. And these kids followed her son and her other younger daughter down the street, down away from the school. Now, we're going to talk about the kids, the parents, and the school. Right here, right now, real quick. The kids. Every last child that was out there, that was in that area, especially that little cameraman. Oh, I want that cameraman. I want him bad. Y'all don't know. I got a switch waiting for him. Skip a back. I got a switch. And I don't want to hear that's child abuse. That's called discipline. Because a lot of these kids needed that switch that was dipped in water. So it's nice and soft and braided. And you let it sit in the sun. And when it wakatata, yeah, you knew not to do what you did before. You know, go out there and give me that branch. Go out there, bring the biggest branch you can find. Nah, I want a little one. I want that switch. Woo! See, these kids should have had a switch. Now, I never had a switch because they didn't have to. I knew better. I had a 49 parent. Like, my mom was born in 1949, so you know she's a baby boomer. She did not play. You know, my father, he just yelled at us, hey, 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 you know, the normal daddy stuff. But mama will put her foot in that earth. But she didn't have to because we was raised with discipline and respect. You don't talk out of turn when adults are talking to you. You don't respect adults whether you disagree with them or not. You walk away. You don't put your hand in your ears. Oh, no. Oh, you know how, woo, my grandma got me for that one. The finger in the ears. Until I was about 20, I was scared to touch my inside of my ear. I was scared. I was terrified because get your hand out your ear. I'm cleaning my ear. It's itching, man. It's itching. I can't scratch my ear and make me think you gotta scratch your ear right now while I'm talking to you. Bro, right now it's itching. What? Okay. I don't want to scratch my ear no more. I want to listen to you now. So, again, it was of discipline. I'm not saying abuse. Abuse is a totally different thing. I do not condone abuse. I do not condone physically putting harm to a child just cause. No. This is a different thing called discipline. Every action has a reaction. Now, you put your hands on a woman that was sick, that you literally could have cost this woman her life. We could be going to a whole different aspect right here. This woman could have lost her life. She could have been really seriously injured. And then the rumors going around, Oprah gave her money, and it's not true. It didn't happen. She's still in that neighborhood having to deal with these little badass kids. That's the only way you can put them. Now, the rumors are gone. The kids. I believe every last child out there, especially that cameraman, he need an extra year for everything. Give him extra. Since he want to do all this and telling people that he need extra time. You want to be a cameraman, comedian, you can do that from behind the Audi. Who's my age know what the Audi house is, the Audi home. We call that the juvenile detention center now, but in my day it was called the Audi home. That's where bad kids went, to the Audi home. Now, for these children, every last child that was out there, expulsion. This is what I think. If it was a perfect world and I had jurisdiction over this case with these kids, and somehow God has bestowed with me this dilemma to figure out, every last kid would be in juvenile detention for 2 years. 2 years. You posed physical violence on someone unprovoked for no reason, and it was an adult for no reason. 2 years. Then after that, military school. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, no, sir. Don't say sir after sir and find out what happened. I'm just telling you. Because I was Army gung-ho. I was ready to go in with infantry. I was ready to fight. I'm being 100 with you. I'm telling you. Military school. Because you need to be taught consequences. You need to be taught self-control. You need to be taught, you ain't gonna do what you wanna do. You're gonna do what I tell you to do. You're gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna do PT. You're gonna eat breakfast when I tell you you're gonna eat. You're gonna go to school. Then after that, you're gonna go do some more PT. You're gonna do some more schooling. And hopefully by the time you're done with that, at 6 o'clock, you'll be ready to go to sleep and start over all up. You're gonna be told what to do. Since you couldn't freely do what you wanted to do without anyone telling you what to do, we have a group of people that are gonna tell you what to do. And if you hit them, they gonna hit you back right then and there. I'm sorry. If you scream at them or roll your eyes or smirk at them, you ain't picking them eyes up off the floor, popping them back in your head and saying, "Sir, thank you, sir. Sir, I appreciate it, sir." They gonna teach you some discipline. Something that none of these kids got was discipline. That's what I think should happen to the kids. 2 years, juvenile detention, and then the rest of until they turn 21, y'all going to military school. And you, the little cameraman, your ass stay there till you 22. Because you just doing too much. Because these children were a problem. Now, we get to the administration. The administration should be also held accountable because allegedly this woman has had a problem with these same group of kids, these same students for 2 years. Allegedly, reports have come out that these same group of students, same group of kids, have been harassing and messing with other kids for 2 years. And administration has done nothing. Oh, well, they get A's and B's and some C's. And I run a cheerleading team. You wouldn't have cheerleading team. That is a privilege. If you in trouble all the time, you ain't getting on no damn cheerleading team. Only cheerleading you finna be doing is cheerleading in this house, doing your homework, and cheerleading in bed. That's the only rah-rah you gonna be doing. That's the problem. We as parents, and I have to say we, because I'm a black parent also. But see, my kids know better. They wouldn't have no hands. They would be, as I told my producer, they'd walk around here with nubs. And he was like Stephen Hawk. I said, no. See, Stephen Hawk had the little finger. He could do some things. I said, how can you do something if you got nubs? How? And Stephen Hawking had the little chair that had the little thing where he can go where he going. Only way they would be able to move is through a tube. And it only go forward and backward. If you want to go forward, you blow in. You want to go backward, you suck out. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. You're not going to put your hands on the adult. Because what if somebody did that to your parent? What if? So, administration needs to be held accountable because they knew about this. I don't want to hear, we didn't know, or it happened off of school grounds, so it's not a part of the Chicago public school system. I call BS. Where's my BS flag? Labubu is in my purse. I forgot Labubu usually be right here, but Labubu been chilling in the purse. I guess they like it there. But I need my Labubu right here to say, call the BS flag. Lil Boo Boo got the little flag. I'm gonna put it on there, and I'm gonna have Lil Boo Boo with a little flag. And when I call BS, she gonna have her little flag, and she gonna be like BS, yeah, because there's no way you did not know that parents have been complaining about these children. Oh, well, they're good kids will be kids. I'd be damned, because I was not a kid like that. We didn't grow up like that. Because it was consequences to actions that we did. It was consequences and repercussions to things that we did. Like, we didn't even walk on people's lawns. Do you understand that? Like, I tell my kids, get off the people's grass. Get off people's grass. Oh, it's just grass. I don't, look, get off the people's grass. People pay money to have their lawns mowed. People pay money to have their lawns look in a certain type of way. Get off these people's lawns. Because when I grew up, that was a form of respect. You have a sidewalk. Walk on the sidewalk. Get off of people's grass. Do not walk in the grass. It's a respect thing. And it seemed like this generation that's under us has lost respect. Everybody want to be a baddie. Everybody want to think a baddie is fighting and cussing out somebody, but that's not baddie. Baddie is actually being able to maintain yourself in a ultra sensitive environment and also teach others to be able to do that same. That's a baddie. Bitch, you look like a saddie. Are you serious? Your children, there's no way a parent can get to me saying, well, no, your child put their hands on an adult and they put it on the right one. Because had it been me or about 100 more parents out here, I wouldn't have remembered that those was kids. I would have been whop, 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 like Trey on Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking your juice in the hood. When he was swinging with the little, yeah, that would have been me. No. That's why anytime my children do have a problem in school, they let me know. I go up to the school. I talk to the school, find out what the problem is. And to this day, I don't understand why the parents can't ever meet. Oh, we'll talk to them. Well, we don't meet with parents anymore. Parents meet each other. Why not? Because that can get to the solution of these problems. A lot of times, parents don't know what their children are doing, and they only get the minimum of only their child's side. I think it's appropriate to have both parents there. Like, what's the problem? Both parents are there to facilitate the problem, to stop it from growing even more. Conflict resolution. Like, are we, I really believe this is a parallel universe. Little do y'all know, I really believe it. Now, the parents with these children, I believe they should face charges. Yes, they should do some time. Or, look, y'all know I got 2 phones, one for my mama and one for the hoes. And it seems like my mama is going off. She's sending me texts of the children, so that's nice. She finally learned how to do that one after she told me about the lottery, but neither here nor there. But the parents, they should be served fines. And I'm not talking no 50, no, we're talking about $10,000, $20,000 fine. You're going to pay for what the hell your kid did. You're going to pay. And your kid you going to teach your kid next time, oh, you little Mabel Fleming, you ain't going to go out here and do that again. Oh, it costed me $20,000. Put a fine on them. Put a fine on them and give them 30 days in jail. because of what your child did, because it starts at home. Anybody out there say, but my child, it starts at home. My kids know better than to put their hands on an adult. They know better. Even when they was younger and they had a problem, I don't know, they're older. Can you talk to them? Well, how the hell old are they? I don't know, they're older than me. Let me go see what's going on up here, bruh. They even had the more older respect for older children. Because it's just a respect thing until they got big enough, like, look, they put their hands on you, they big as you, they not over the age of 21 or 18, have at it. They put their hands on you, have at it. But if they are an adult, you talking like my age, your dad's age, your aunt's age. No, you do not do that. You, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and walk away. That's it, that's all. There is no, and you don't even indulge in that activity. That's why I said every last one of these kids' parents, they need to be charged also. I don't care who do or do not agree with me. These kids' parents need to be charged, because what are you teaching your kids? And why do I say that? Because that goes into another thing. We had a teen takeover here. Supposed to be lighting the Christmas tree. November 21st. And they had told us on social media, this little thing right here, stay off, don't go downtown for the lighting of the tree. I didn't go downtown. I was in the house playing with a newborn. So that was my tree lighting ceremony. I had a newborn in my hand, a fresh 3-week-old. Thank you very much. I know, right? I don't even look like I had a baby. Y'all went through the whole pregnancy and didn't even see it. I know, right? I know. It's my grandbaby, for real now. Like, for real, stop playing. But they was telling people to stay from downtown. And because they was having a tree lighting ceremony, they said it was going to be a teen takeover. Now, we're talking about outside of the Chicago Theater. That is one of the places that I have dreamed of performing at. Chicago Theater. Dreamed of having a comedy special there or something like that. I don't want that no more. I'm cool. I'm cool. If you see the footage that was captured, you even see a couple, an old couple, trying to get out of the way because they're scared. They're shooting. 8 people allegedly were shot and 1 lost their life, which was they're telling allegedly what the news sources are saying, there was a 14-year-old boy that was lost his life. Again, do you see the ages? 10 years old to 14 years old jumping on people. Jumping on adults. Then we have this teenage takeover ages. They're saying allegedly from 14 to 17 years old. We do have a curfew here. This curfew has been in effect for over 35 some years. 10 p.m. Do you know where your child is? Do you know your child is? Do you know your child is? That was a commercial that was widespread throughout Cook County for years. I know I can remember during the whole time where Mayor Richard Daley was the mayor, we did not have this going on. I can honestly say Mayor Daley was in the office. We did not have these teen takeovers. We did not have mob action. We didn't have none of that. Like, that mayor was, people say lax, but he did not play. I can remember Mayor Daley coming to my school, and I went to an inner city school. It's out there. I went to Orr High School. And I can remember the mayor and his wife, they had a book club. They would come in once a month and do things like that with all the inner city kids. That's my dad. I'll call him back. Don't worry, that's Daddy Mayhaim. That's Papa Mayhaim, father of the Mayhamic. He seems to call. He calls at the most inappropriate times, like, Dad, I'm on TV. Oh, baby, have a good day. I love you. Love you too, Daddy. I'm that's Papa Mayhaim. I'm recording, Daddy. I'll call you back. I heard him say, okay, baby, all right, baby. See, that y'all didn't hear him. I heard him. That's Papa Mayhaim. You always call me. I'll call him back. I'll call him back when I get out of here. Like, you was on the show today. You know that, right? All right, baby. Thank you so much. I love you. Love you too, Daddy. Love you. My mom be like, call me when you get home. I got something to tell you. I got some tea, child. Ooh. What tea you got, Mama? Girl, you been watching the news? Shit. That's the tea you got? Yes, I've been watching the news. What tea? Girl, did you see what happened? Girl, no, I ain't see that tea. So a lot of tea I be getting about news and stuff, that come from Mama. And sports. She loves football and basketball. If it's Sunday, if football is on, she probably watching the game. I don't know. I'll watch it. We getting off subject, but I'm just saying because they called me. So I gotta explain myself a little bit so y'all understand what's going on in my Mayhaimic world. You know, so now we back here. Daddy there. Papa Mayhaim is there. Okay? We back here to meet here. Sorry. I'll deal with him later. But yeah. These are kids ages 10 to 17 that are committing these atrocious crimes to the point it's not safe to walk down the street. And literally there have been robberies going on again between 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. in Chicagoland area, where between 2 to 4 men are jumping out of cars. They are beating and robbing people that are walking down the street. And unfortunately, I was informed that one of my my friends and co-workers were attacked. So again, this is hitting more home than it should. Like, I have to also say, my daughter was stabbed at Montrose Beach on July 21st, doing a situation down there. And the assailant was never caught. Thank God she just has a scar on her hand and a story to tell, but she could have not been here. And that's what I'm talking about. It's been a progressive of crime and no consequences for these children and these adults. I remember that if your kid wasn't going to school or was out here doing bad stuff and got picked up on curfew, they put the parents in jail and would ban you. Oh yeah, my mama never had to go through that because, no tea, no shade, I'm a sleeper, not a runner. I likes to sleep. Everybody else running the street, I'm asleep. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I am a sleeper. I will sleep. I have slept through tornadoes. Woke up and looked around. Wow. Neighbor, where was you? I was asleep. Like, when I get afraid, I go to sleep. So Jason and them, I would sleep through my killing, but Freddie would fuck me up. So I better try to stay awake. I don't know. But again, to take the comedic aspect off of this, because in this situation, I have to laugh to keep from crying because it's so sad. It's so sad. And us as the black community, the first thing we'll say is we are looked at as savages. We are looked at as this, but look what our children are doing, bro. How can you not expect society or the world to look at us a certain way when they see what we produced is acting a certain way? So they're going to automatically think that, oh my goodness, these people are this, that. The amount of looks that I get in the stores because I'm black, and they know, especially when I'm by my house, look, they know I'm crazy over there. They know. But when I have to go into the inner city, when I have to come into the city, people look at me with disdain and because they think I'm a parent of one of these irrational children that are out here doing things, and I'm not. Like, my kids ain't like that. Like, I wish they would. Again, they'll be blowing through that tube and that straw walking back and forward. I don't play. You're going to respect adults. You're going to respect yourself. And you're going to respect people around you. Like, we have it big in my house. You want respect, you got to give respect, but you also have to respect yourself. How else are you going to give respect? Now, the mayor, first thing he says is, oh, well, the children need a better outlook. They need more program. What are they doing out at 10 o'clock at night for a Christmas tree light? Ain't no programs open at 10 o'clock at night for a Christmas tree light, and they should have been at their ass in their bed sleep or playing the video game, all these video games and technology we got out here. I can say technology correctly. But all the technology we got out here, they should have been at home playing the game. They should have been at home watching TV, streaming, I don't know, doing something other than being out here at 10 o'clock at night using violence. Anything but that. These children that jumped on this woman, they should have never even been nowhere near that woman and that child. They little ass should have been going home where they need to be going. Not following her, which is harassment. These children broke so many laws that they have to be held responsible. They have to. Mob action, stalking. Like, are you serious? Then you're gonna put your hands on a woman? That's assault. And then what if this woman would have seriously been injured? There was a fire hydrant right there. That woman could have hit that fire hydrant. Thank God, knock on wood, she didn't. And she could have been deceased. Then we would have been talking a second-degree charge for losing a life. You see how it could escalate so quick, and how we need to teach our kids, don't be on that BS. Do you know how hard I teach my kids? Because you're black and mixed, people are going to look at you and think that you're automatically an issue, and you're not. People are going to and you have to prove that you're not by not falling into that character that they think you're going to be. And this is falling into the character. So, for all y'all out there hollering, sister, and my sister, we sister. What's wrong with your kids, sister? What's wrong with these kids? Why are they out here putting their hands on people, adults? Why are they out here mobbing, gang action, committing violence at a tree lighting ceremony? It's a tree lighting ceremony. We do this every year. It's iconic. People come from around the world to see this, and now they can't. And the first thing the mayor can say is, well, kids need an outlet. They need more. They don't need more than none. You know what? Chicago could have a lot more if you stop spending $44,000 every 6 months for your appearance and you still ain't looking good. Chicago will have a lot more money. They would. Chicago will have a lot more money and revenue coming in, and for safety, if you would have never got rid of Spot Shotter. Let's not forget, it's documented, he calls Spot Shotter a walkie-talkie on a stick. Well, gee willikers, that's exactly what it is. It's a walkie-talkie on a stick. It lets you know that some issue's going on. That's exactly what it was. It lets you know that shots have been fired in this specific area. And because people do not call the police when we hear gunshots, because we figure they're not going to come, or it's not our business, we stay to ourselves, we don't want to be involved, So by that being society's norm, that's just not a black thing, a white thing, a Hispanic thing, a Lithuanian thing, a Polish thing. No, that's a society norm. If you hear gunshots, 9 out of 10, people are not going to call the police. unless that gunshot happened within their house or it's got something to do with them, they will not call the police. They will not. They don't want to be involved. I don't have any, it's not my problem. Stay in my lane, my own business. So that was the reason for the spot shotter. So if a shot was heard, it could get police there or ambulance there. So if someone was hurt or harmed, they can have access to some type of immediate care. That was the thing. Or you can at least try to catch a suspect. Oh, shot spotter hasn't helped catch any criminals. It ain't supposed to. It's supposed to catch shots. That's why the city got all these cameras on the corner. That's what's supposed to be surveillance and crime. But again, a lot of these things have been dismantled under the mayor, but the mayor has over 150 police officers guarding him. But we have 28 people that have been robbed and beat in the street between the hours of 2 and 5 a.m. by a group that are stealing cars and hurting people. Tell me, how is this the greatest freaking city in the world? Tell me. Chicago used to be the greatest freaking city in the world. Now, I don't know what to call it. It's an overrun land of crime. And nothing is done about it. The police can't really act on it because the first thing the mayor says, well, we have to think about the children. You talk so slow. Like, are you for real? People are losing their lives. People are losing their houses. Let's not forget the tax hike that just went up, where some people, taxes went up $700-800. I live in Cook County. My taxes went up. Okay? My taxes went up, and I live in Cook County. My taxes went up. So, yeah. And I know my taxes went up because of Cook County, which is due to the Mayor Brandon office, because they're over the Cook County assessors. You know, they assess the houses and stuff. And a lot of that money goes right back into Chicago and into his pocket to make his hair more pointy and make his tie more, try to be straighter. His suits look like he went to the Men's Warehouse or K&G. You could have got it for cheaper. Like, I do a thing called Beauty on a Budget, where you can look good for under $44,000 every 6 months. Like, give me $50 and yourself, and I can do some stuff. Like, we talking makeup and all. Like, tie, suit, shoes, and, you know, he believes that you have to look good. What's the point of looking good and the city is in shambles? What is the point of looking good and the city is in rubbles? And all you say is, we have to think about the children and how they need more resources. How much more resources they need? Do they need a vending machine where they can put quarters in there and they can buy them a little strap with a banana clip? Because right now they can do whatever they want to do right now, and it's the thing I'm getting at is there's no repercussions to anything that's happening in society in Chicago. We have people, men that should have been locked up a long time ago, setting people on fire. We have teenagers that think it's okay to mock and put their hands and assault an adult and film it. Like I said, cameraman, he need extra time for me. No tea, no shade. You have people being robbed, just going to the fro to work or home or just whatever, walking to the store, whatever. You have all these different entities happening in Chicago. A teen takeover where outside the iconic Chicago Theater. That's iconic. And all you can say is, the children need more. Hold on. The children need more resources. This is his mohawk, y'all. The children need more resources, and We have to believe in the children. I don't want to believe in these kids. Give me somebody else to believe in, because if I believe in them, I'm believing in nothing but violence and crime. And again, you have to look at it now. I'm an adult. I'm mature. I watch shows like The Bad Girls Club. I grew up watching that. Jocelyn's Cabaret. Diamond Love. I love Jocelyn. I had to do that. We grew up watching these adult shows that promote fighting. Let's say what it is, like baddies. You looked at me funny. You stink. Yo coochie hairy. Yours not. Pop, 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 pop. Fight. What are we fighting for? It shows nothing but black women fighting each other for a spot that you'll never get, because there is no spot. You're already there. There is no spot. You're already there. You're fighting for something you already have. And now it's dismantling the rest of society, because you have to understand, these children and these adults, as we can see, look up to these people. They want to be like these people. They want to emulate these people. They want to emulate what they see on social media, and that is the problem. Stop emulating what you see on social media and start being yourself. Teach your kids. Stop letting them be indoctrinated by what they see on TV, what they see on YouTube, No, that's what's messing these kids up. That's what's messing our society up, and that's what's going to make our future less and less more valuable. We need a real change. And where it's going to start at home. Now these 2 to 4 people out here robbing these people in the middle of the night, stealing cars, and they allegedly teens and all this, that, and the third. They parents know that they not at home. Or do your parents even care? That's the problem. We need more of a caring about our kids versus, oh girl, I gotta get that new 27-inch. Oh girl, did you see that new bag? Oh girl, I gotta hit the club. Club with your kids. They need you more than anything, because they're emulating exactly what they see. So that's going to be the end of the show for today. I'm just appalled at Chicago, how beautiful it used to be and how toxic it has become. And we can do better. I swear we can do better as a society, as a city, as a culture. We can do better, but it starts at home with these kids. And as far as a lot of these kids, yes, I believe juvenile detention and then military school. Military school would be perfect, because then guess what? I know where you at. You're going to have 3 hot meals a day. You're going to have a nice warm bed to sleep in. You're going to have clothes. You're going to have shoes. But guess what? You're going to have somebody telling you when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when to eat, when to use the bathroom. You're going to learn some respect. You're going to learn how to treat people. You're going to learn discipline. So a lot of these kids lack discipline, and I can't do nothing but blame the parents for that. You can't. Oh, it's not. Yes, it is. Because ain't no way a child's supposed to be walking around here putting their hands on an adult. And I wish I would have been driving by and saw that. Let me stop the car short. Hey, yo, kids, watch the car. Keep the car running. Pop, 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 pop. Get off of her. Pop, 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 pop. Ma'am, get in my car. Get your kids in here. Pop, 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 pop. Kick. Like, we have to understand, you want to play adult games, you're going to get adult prizes. It's serious. And we have to teach our kids respect, and then you come out here with half-ass apologies from kids that's their eyes just red because they've been rubbing them. Not one tear. Telling you, be respectful. This is a child. That child wasn't respectful when she put her hands on that woman. Because when she first hit her, she didn't have no mask on. Then she decided to put a mask on and try to hide your identity because you automatically knew it was fucking wrong. You knew it was wrong what you did. So that's why you tried to hide your identity, but you out there want to be bold with your friends and this, that, and the third. Now, every last one of y'all that hit, touched, if you was out there in that crowd, automatic expulsion. Goodbye. Juvenile detention, military school till you 21. Now, far as the parents, jail time and a fine of at least $20,000 a piece. A piece. Y'all ain't got no $20,000 a piece like that. And if you do, well, up it and shut up. Put your money where your mouth is. Up it and shut up and do them little 30 days in jail and go on about your business. Because then maybe you'll also learn that there's repercussions for what your child does. Because a child is also a product of you. My children are a product of me. I want my children to be 100 times better than me. I don't want my kids to be anything like me. I want them to be better than me. I want them to be more educated than me. I want them to be more smarter than me. I want them to excel more than me. I wouldn't see it as jealousy. I would see it as, I did that. I did that. I made sure that my kid was better than me because I don't want my kid to have to struggle through the hardships I had to struggle through to get to where I am today. I don't want you to have to do that. So I'm going to teach you and show you so you don't have to. That's what parenting is supposed to do. But as I say, not all parents are meant to be parents. Take it as you will. If the shoe fit, you can wear it and walk on to wherever you're going to walk in it. So, but yeah, we're going to end that for today. That was my grinding my gears rant. Because when I saw it, I wanted to speak on it sooner, but I'm like, let me wait. And I'm glad I waited because it solidified that there is still hope for us because a lot of people are angry, as they should be, and protesting, and as they should be. But with that protesting, we need some action. That administration needs to be gone. From the principal, vice principal, all need to be gone because you knew. You knew, and you could have stopped this. So, I'm going to end this podcast the way I always end my podcast. If no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. Make sure you do better today than you did yesterday and strive for a better tomorrow today. I'll see you next time for the Mayday Mayhaim podcast. And again, treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, don't be disrespectful and arrogant and all that to people. You treat people the way you want to be treated, and you'll get that treatment in return. The universe is crazy. So you give out to the universe what you want to pour in. I'm pouring in good because I want good to come back. I suggest you do the same. Everyone, have a great night, great day, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
You can call her Mayhem or Mayday. Talk shit, she at your head. I ain't talking bald face. She don't fuck with baby daddies, fucking up the feng shui. Taking care of 4 kids, Sunday to Sunday.